What's up, guys? It is Gray, aka the Okagure. I don't know what to say. At least now we know for a fact that Hirokashi is indeed a gamer because he clearly hates women. I'm kidding. Totally joking. Please don't take me seriously. No, but spoilers, big spoilers potentially. And yeah. This is a pretty interesting chapter to say the least. We get some context to the whole overhaul Nagant situation. She just she was getting out of stuff. And she comments about how her shirt is tight, and I'm like, well, obviously. And he's like, listen, I don't care, just take me to the boss. He's gonna ID him for her, is why he's around overhaul. To ID Deku correctly. And then he wants to go to the boss after. He's like, he's being a real sad boy about it. Bring me to my boss. And he's like kind of crazy about it. We see the boss for a panel. It's kind of neat. And he's just kind of screaming at her from across the skyscraper. She's pointing her really big gun arm at him. And, he shoots it. Deku swerves it. Manages to stop him. So okay, I'm going to break this down a little bit more because there seems to be a lot of confusion. He's not using one for all 100%. He just stored up the way Fajin works, we get confirmation, is whenever he does something, he can store some kinetic energy from it. It's basically, how it works kind of like the Black Panther suit in the MCU, but instead of taking kinetic force, it's using kinetic force. It's storing up the energy of like him flexing his muscles, and he gets to use it. And it's kind of like using one for all at like a higher percent. And he also whipped himself with momentum with Black Whip, which is why, actually you can't see this. It's like Fox 100%. And is faster than a bullet. He outsped Lady Nagant's bullets. Now, don't get me wrong, he had to use like a lot of his quirks to do it. And had to be the situation had to be right. But Deku can, if the stars align, be pretty freaking fast. Which is, geez, pretty cool. People are saying OP. Guys, have you seen Shigaraki? Like, what are we talking about? What are we even talking about? Anyway. He cut to a discussion. He's like, yeah, I learned from the last time that if I just use Fajin, I'm going to get wrecked. He manages to break her gun arm, which is pretty sweet. We also get a really, oh my God, the way Hori draw. Woof. I'm weak, fellas. I'm so weak. She's like falling. He catches her. He's like, hey, I know that you curved the bullet, so you weren't going to hit him anyway. And she's like, this guy is pretty, he's pretty hero. He's the real deal. He's like asking her, he's trying to recruit her because he's like, I know you're not like a monster. You're just, you just want to stick it to the society that screwed you over. And then we get to All For One. All For One is, he's like, haha, I put in a failsafe with the quirk that I gave you that if you ever decide to not kill Deku, you explode violently. And she does. She does. She is crispy as it gets. Her face almost completely gone, looking like. At the very end, Hawks shows up with his funny looking like chicken wings that he has on his back. He's like, no dying on me now. And that's the end of the chapter. That's it. You can see, I really love Deku's eyes in this bottom panel. Where's my cursor? Oh, it's so hard to see with the sunglasses. Down here. Because it's like, you see like the brightness of her explosion. So here's the real question is she dead? We don't know. I'm going to assume not. This is an anime we're talking about. I'm going to assume that while she's very close to dying. Now this is where it gets interesting. There's a couple ways this could go. She could just be like hurt and still be okay. Probably the least likely. There's she dies and then maybe expels some knowledge or wisdom to help them when she dies. That's my least favorite option. I don't want that to be the case. And there's a third option. Well, there's like a lot of split. There's a ton of options, but these are like the main core where families that they go in. Overhaul. We know for a fact that Overhaul can still use his quirk because it was confirmed in a data book a while ago. I don't remember how, if it's like using his feet or if he like can use the stubs of his arms. I don't remember, but they did confirm that he can somehow, I don't know if it's as powerful. I'm going to assume no, but he can use in his quirk in some way, shape, or form. If I wasn't lazy, I'd pull it up, but yeah, he can. And, he's there. So I think it's plausible that Overhaul fixes her. That he could do that. His quirk, can do pretty much anything. If it can repair Eri, it can repair Nagant. Nagant? I know. I always learn how to pronounce it and then I forget it the next day. Either way, man. Oh, he also says that she has a soul of a hero, which is kind of nice. She's so that's 2 anti-current society villains, quote unquote, that have acknowledged Deku. So we really are potentially forming like a Suicide Squad of villains, which would be pretty funny. I think Stain and Nagant's reaction to each other would be pretty cute because they both like are in the same way, but obviously one of them their methods are a lot different. Maybe not a lot different. I don't know. Maybe they're more similar than I thought. Yeah. Now the whole Deku thing. I mean, yeah, he's strong. We knew this was gonna happen. He had to get some good quirks, guys. Like, freaking Smokescreen and Float just weren't gonna be enough for Deku to fight Shigaraki. He still is gonna get bodied, by the way. Let's just assume for a second they fight right now. We don't even know the last quirk. It could be insane. Deku's getting clapped. Deku can't even put Shigaraki down right now. Now, obviously, Shigaraki's recovering, so like that. But like, if they were both to fight, just like full on to full on, Deku's getting destroyed in like an instant. You know what I mean? He has to be that fast so he doesn't get decayed instantly. That's just the thing. And even then, I still don't think he stands a chance. Like, the power gap between Shigaraki and Deku at the current moment is still insanely high. So I don't think it's a problem. I think it's completely fine. I think Deku's the narrative for Deku's been consistent and good. I'm really interested to see where it goes. We know Hawks is here, so we can assume that All Might is okay, because if Hawks is there, then we can assume Genius and Endeavor are either not far behind or right there anyway, if not helping All Might as we speak. And I also think there's a possibility that next week we get some like a flashback for Hawks and Nagant actually training with each other, because they know each other. I believe Nagant trained Hawks, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be pretty cool. Either way, this has been this whole little segment has been surprising. Like, I just didn't see it coming. I didn't think we'd be getting like another fight so soon, but it's been great. A great showcase for Deku powers. Nagant's really cool and an interesting character. I really hope she sticks around. I'd be so bummed if she died. Plus, that would not look great considering the last female villain we had got offed pretty much immediately because Toga, waifu for laifu. Not for me. My waifu is Spinner. So, checkmate. Either way, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry about the lack of uploads. I just working full time kind of sucks. You know what I mean? I'm really tired. I still have some videos I want to do. I want to do like a strongest hero tier list, I think, perhaps. Maybe. I was going to do the game, but with how much editing it would take, I just don't think it's necessary. But tier list, I think I'm qualified. I'm still number 1 on my server. Let's see. I might do a Castlevania video. Oh, you know what I might do? Another thing I was thinking about was like reviewing the 1A versus 1B arc. I think just the anime. I think that'd be pretty fun because I think it'd be pretty short, right? I just kind of talk about it. I'm like, oh, the animation was good, blah, 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 blah. I think that'd be kind of fun. So I'm tossing around some ideas. But I do want to make more videos. I just am tired and busy, which sucks. But hopefully soon I can get be better equipped for my schedule. I don't know. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do really greatly appreciate it. If you want to leave a like, I don't think I've asked for a like in like 5 videos. So you should like this video if you made it this far. Do me a favor. Subscribe if you aren't already. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see all of you next time. Peace.